Yeah, exactly. My ears are burning.
Okay, hello, folks. Thanks for being here. We hold a session like this once a year to be able to describe to you some of the various minors that we offer in the undergraduate program. We're proud of these offerings. We think they're great opportunities for you all. And we also know that it's important to get information about these programs out in front of you. We think this is an effective way to do that. You're at a moment now, I think, where you've probably started registering for classes. You're still able to make changes as you think about, what path you might want to take through your undergraduate education here, and stuff that you hear today from our various undergraduate minor directors might change your mind and influence what you want to register for coming up in the spring. So I hope you'll come to this opportunity with an open mind and think through what your interests are and whether they align with our offerings. So we have about half an hour here. Thank you, Michael, and all of the 401 teaching team for taking time to out of your studio to be here. We appreciate that, and welcome to any BA students who are joining us as well. This session is recorded, and so it's going to be available in case you miss anything or want to reference it again. We have 5 minors, and the directors and representatives of those minors are going to come up here one at a time just to share some information with you. They'll spend about 5 minutes each on the minors. And I think first up is going to be Joe Williams to discuss the history and theory of architecture minor.
Thanks, Michael. Thanks so much for putting this together. Thanks, everyone, for coming out. I've heard a lot of great things about this crop of studio students, so you guys are already making waves. You may have noticed that we have a lot of architectural history courses in the curriculum, and that's because we have a very powerful core of architectural history faculty in the curriculum, just a whole bunch of us. So in addition to me, there's Professor Burke, Professor Lamprakos, Professor Matt Bell, Professor Kelly, Professor Caroline Hickman, the director of the program, Professor Garipur. And we realized we really had what it takes to put everything that we can offer, all the skills we can offer, all the various knowledge we have together, not just for courses, but for a minor, something that would actually give you a concentration in architectural history that you could use as a critical framework for all the other learning you're doing in the architecture program. Something that could actually guide what you're learning at a deep critical level. Basically, the idea that what you learn from historic architecture could be a basis for everything you're learning now, what you're learning now is something that you want to put in historical context and put into the longer term conversation. But we also wanted to structure this minor to give you those skills that you would need to succeed at the professional level after an undergraduate degree in not only in studio work, design work, firms who specialize in history. And right now, adaptive reuse is huge. And there are an increasing number of firms that have historic preservation wings of their firm. But in addition to that, we wanted to prepare you for potential careers in graduate school in architectural history, graduate school in historic preservation, So that's really the purpose of this degree program. So I'll just give you the nuts and bolts here and tell you how to potentially sign up. But first, the requirements are you do have to be a major in architecture, which a lot of you guys are, or art history, other majors by petition. And we're pretty lax about that. So if you're coming from classics or any other department, the high school, whatever it is, just let us know. If you're really interested in doing this, we can make it happen. It requires junior standing. If you don't have 60 credits yet, that's okay. Just let us know that you're interested. We want to know who you are, all of you that are interested in this minor. I brought a little sign-up sheet. I'm just going to put this sign-up sheet here so that you'll be tempted at some point in the afternoon to put your name on it. Prerequisites, 225 and 226, those are the general survey courses in the history of world architecture taught by myself and Professor Burke. So you have to take those before you enroll in the minor, and you have to have a Maryland GPA of 3.0 or higher. Now, in the program, it's just 15 credits of courses in architectural history and theory. There's an approved list of courses that's always evolving as we introduce new courses in the curriculum, especially as we introduce education abroad options and such. So that list is being maintained on the architecture program website. There's a whole page just for the history theory minor that you can check out and see if those are courses that you're interested in. And two of those courses need to be seminars, advanced reading intensive, discussion intensive courses that you may be taking alongside graduate students. You'll see on the website which courses are specified as seminars versus which ones are not seminars. And then as a final requirement, you have to do a capstone paper or a capstone project. Not all of them are research papers. In fact, some of them are much more drawing based. But the capstone paper should be advised by your instructor of record in one of the seminars or another history or theory advisor in the context of an independent study. Let me tell you about some of these wonderful capstone projects that students have done to show their mastery of undergraduate level of architectural history and theory. Rees Burns did this awesome project with Stephen Wilkie in North Brentwood on African-American urban farmhouse typologies, which have now kind of fallen by the wayside, but those typologies can be reconstructed through archival documentation. So Rees did an incredible job there combining archaeological fieldwork with archival research and putting together that historic typology. Kiana Dresse last year did an incredible project on gingerbread Victorian houses in Port-au-Prince in Haiti. And so, and she's from Haiti, so she had a particular interest, and she looked at it from a post-colonial lens. What is it about the local cultural context of home building that informed the construction of these Victorian gingerbread houses? In fact, they were using voodoo symbols to ward against evil spirits getting into the houses. I mean, you can really write about anything that you want as part of this capstone project. It's an opportunity to do something you're really interested in and something that you're really proud of that can serve as a work sample for applications to graduate school or to design firms. All right, so during the minor, you have to maintain a minimum GPA of 2.0 in the minor courses. And to apply, request a meeting with me. There's my email. That's the first step. And then you'll have a second meeting with the wonderful Elena Reddish, who's going to help you understand how, there she is. She's going to help you understand how you can incorporate this minor into all the other courses that you're enrolling in and make sure that you can actually sign off on that. Now, just one caveat, which is going to come up throughout this session, those 15 credits for the minor, 2 of those courses, that is to say 6 of those credits, can overlap with another program you're doing, whether it be the architecture major or another minor, such as creative placemaking or something. You can overlap to the tune of 6 credits, but you can't overlap any more than that. So that's just something to keep in mind as you're doing the mental calculus. All right, so I'll be around to field questions after this session, and I hope you consider this minor. Thank you so much.
Sorry, just one point of order. You may overlap 6 credits between a minor and a major. You cannot overlap credits between minors, but meet with an advisor and we'll be creative and try to help you.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad more people have come in because it's awfully cold in here. My name is Renee Eisenbach, and I'm the director of the Creative Placemaking Program. And I'd like to tell you a little bit about that. This is a think and make program. If you're interested in something where you get the chance to work with your hands, to work with a community, to work and to build things, this may be the program for you. So some images of some of our work over the last few years. They range from, we try to take on big issues. They range from trying to get students, more students to register to vote, to partnering with Terps Vote on campus, to having fun, making a very quick mural on the ground, collaborative mural, to being part of to helping create and being part of a festival in Tacoma Langley Crossroads, and to be researching case studies of creative placemaking around the world. So what is creative placemaking? A short definition, very brief definition, is the idea that it's community planning and development projects that leverage art and culture to create place-based change. And that idea, both that it's place-based and it's about change, are really key ideas. Because if you think about it, change is a thing that's constant and places are always changing. We like to think about the idea of place as a work in progress. So a question is, how can you guys, all of us, with the skills that we have as artists and designers and makers, participate in the conversations about what can happen and what places can be? And this is what this program is about. Okay. So creative placemaking, this is a longer definition. It's not as clear as what architecture history is, so I'm taking a minute to do this, is the intentional integration of arts, culture, and community engaged design strategies into the process of equitable community planning and development. So it has a point of view. We're trying to develop equitable communities and just communities. And it's about artists, culture bearers, and designers, all of us. Right? What role do we have to play in this? We have a really important role, acting as allies to creatively address challenges and opportunities. And it's about us, artists, designers, and allies, contributing to community-defined social, physical, and economic outcomes, and honoring a sense of place. So this is an opportunity. We sometimes focus on building, we sometimes focus on furniture, sometimes focus on sign making. We work with communities on the issues that they're defining at the time for that moment to help them advance and bring our skills to bear with this. And so if you are someone who are interested in thinking about how the kinds of skills you have that allow us to cross boundaries of language, of boundaries of age, through the fact that we can make things that are nonverbal. If you're interested in being part of something like this, these are images from the festival that we put on in May of 25 just now. And you can see that we were trying to support some of the local businesses that are struggling because of the Purple Line construction. We worked with PALS, with the Purple Line Corridor Coalition, with the Tacoma Langley Crossroads Development Authority, with the Creative Placemaking Art Studio class, as well as the architecture class. And we put on an event that was a proof of concept to show We can bring people to these businesses, we can celebrate them, and we can create an opportunity to start thinking also about how this area, which is so car-oriented, could change into creating great public spaces and pedestrian-friendly areas. So there's a QR code for the video, which we can send to you, and just things to think about. In this program, you can learn about inspiring projects from a range of practitioners. That happens particularly in the introduction to creative placemaking. We work with community partners on real projects, and it's an opportunity to use your talents to help nurture vibrant, socially responsive, and just places. So the application requirements, it's open now to all majors. For the majority, this is an interdisciplinary program, so we have studio art students as well as architecture. We also have folks from the immersive digital media program, biology, psychology. We get a range of other people. The majority, though, are architecture students. We accept up to 20 students a year, so it's limited because of the space in our studios. It, like the other minor, is 15 credits total, and you take the intro class, which I teach, which is offered in the fall. Gives you a chance to find out about it. And then there are 2 tracks. If you're interested in doing another studio, an architecture studio, we have an Art 408 class, which is usually taught by me, but other people as well. And there's also a track, if you're interested in the art track, which is the paint and play. So it's 6 credits of studio. And then there's six credits of electives, and that is on the website, and Lena can help with all of this. There's a essay. This is not a big deal. This is just tell us why you're interested in this program, and a short portfolio. Show us what you've done. Show us what excites you. This is not, so it's a high bar like, oh my God, I can't get into it. I have to spend all this time making the portfolio. This is show us what you're interested in, and let's make sure you're a good fit for the program. Okay? So we try to dream about the future we want, and we try to make it happen. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. So hard to follow all the nice pictures by Professor Renee, but I don't have the nicest pictures here, but I have a lot of information, and we do a lot of creative work as well. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tanya Bansal. I am the director of the Real Estate Development Programs, and I'm here to talk about the real estate minor. So you've heard about the minor in history, you've heard about minor in creative placemaking, and I would say the real estate minor would give you a little bit of everything. So the real estate development minor gives our students, you will learn everything from what a project, what a design should look like to how you actually would finance it, right? So being an architect myself as an undergraduate, I am a graduate of the real estate master's program here, and it was an eye-opening field for me because it gave me a whole new perspective about what a design would look like and why it would look like and how I can make it happen. So everything from acquisition of a land to everything, how to manage a property after it's been designed, being constructed, being financially you found the sources, equity, whether that's bank, whether those are your investment partners, to everything how you manage it. That's what we try to give you a little bit, teach you in the real estate development minor here. Launched in, so our real estate graduate program is our oldest program. This was launched in 2016, and it was the second largest growing minor. We have currently about 120 students in the minor. And because of the success of the minor, I know we're not talking about the major. Sorry. So I know we are only talking about minor, but because our minor was so successful, we launched a major as well. So in the real estate minor here, you are required to, like other minors, take 5 courses. You start with the undergraduate RDF 250 class, which is open to everyone, and you get to learn about everything, the entire built environment and all the 4 disciplines in our school here: architecture, planning, preservation, and real estate development. And then you go on and take the Intro to Real Estate Principles and Process class, which will you will learn literally what I've said, what the real estate development process looks like, and some of the intricacies. And you will get to hear from guest speakers. You will get to go on the site visits. Actually feel and touch the real estate and learn from the experts in the industry. You will also have to take a real estate finance class so that you can learn how to create your basic performance. So yes, we know all about design. We know all about, other things, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to know how are you going to finance it. So we teach you that a little bit in the real estate minor here so that you can build your own performance and you have an understanding of how you as a developer can make profit out of it. So, and then you also have the option to take a tax and accounting class to learn about the basics of tax and accounting required for real estate developers. And then in the end, you take a real estate related, built environment related elective. We have a wide range of electives that you can choose from. You can say, I'm a little bit more interested in learning more about architecture, planning. So we give you, anything that's related built environment. We have a huge list of electives that you can choose from to be able to add towards your minor here. So great, real estate minor. It's, those were some of the courses. And of course, I'm going to put a punchline there that if you do the minor, we have now pathways to go into the graduate program now. So if you do the minor, it makes it easier to go do the combined degree, what we used to call 4+1 programs. So you can do that. The other benefit of doing the real estate minor is that if you do that, you can some 3 classes that I spoke about, intro, finance, and the tax and accounting class, are actually the first 3 classes you would take as a graduate student. So it really, I know it's like you're not even thinking about the graduate school yet, it's too far, but hopefully this would help you think. It's like, okay, if I did the minor, I cut down a whole semester of my graduate school here if I am so interested in the real estate development field in the future. So that's what about the real estate minor here. And you can read the application requirements available to all undergraduate. You must have completed 250, which I said is open to everyone. With a C- or better, curriculum requirements we already spoke about, 15 credits of coursework and 9 credits of upper level. And I am actually going to ask the wonderful Mao-Ching here to speak about how to apply, if you don't mind. Yeah. Because she's, they are on the front end, she knows a lot better.
Yeah, sure. Hi. So if you're interested in the minor, first, don't wait too long. For any minor, please remember to declare like at least a year before you graduate. So anytime you feel like you're ready, you're interested, talk with your advisor and start declaring the minor. And specifically for RDEV minor, first making sure you have RDEV 250 or Architecture 271, same class, on your schedule. After you have completed with the C- and above, filling the application form where you can find it on the website. If you don't know where to find it, Google UMD RDEV minor, you will find it. Filling the application form, then send it to that email address we listed over there. And then if everything is good, you will get a confirmation email from our advisor, confirm you are enrolled in the minor. Anything you want to add?
Oh, I mean, you know more than me. So thank you, Mao-Ching. Yeah, so I'm here, your wonderful advisors are here to help you advise you. If you have any further questions about the minor, if you just want to learn a little bit more about the courses, about the field, I'm happy to chat with you anytime. So please feel to reach out. Sorry, my email is not here, but you can find me online. Again, Google Tanya Bansal, UMD Real Estate Program. My email is tbansal@umd.edu. Happy to meet with you if you are not sure, but you would like to learn a little bit more about the real estate. Happy to talk. Hi, thank you.
Hello, me again. So for next minor, we want to talk about the construction project management minor. This minor is basically combines civil engineering and architecture together, and is run by both schools. If you're interested in the construction project management minor, something to pay attention first, you must be a student in either engineering or architecture or real estate major. So, which is good. I think you all are here. And also, before you declare the minor, you need to have more than 60 credits earned, but including your transfer credits. If you're interested in taking the minor, but you're on the way to getting your 60 credit, talk with your advisor who might be able to let you take the intro course at the semester when you are getting to 60 credit. And the last but not least, most importantly, making sure you maintain a good GPA. This minor require a 3.0 and higher GPA when you declare your minor. Unfortunately, we do not round up the GPA, so pay attention to that. Specifically for the curriculum requirement, this minor is similar to any other minors, require 15 credits to complete the minor. Among those 15 credits, there are 4 core classes and 1 elective. If you are an architecture student, you probably have already completed or on the way to complete the elective class already, which is Architecture 462. So for architecture student, the 4 class you actually need to work on is the core class. If you're on the BS track, you will be taking Architecture 472. If you are a BA student or real estate student, you will be taking Engineering 426. And also other than that, you have 3 more class, which is Engineering 325, 423, and 424. Those class will covering several topics, including BIM, how to do project estimating, budgeting, how to do communication as a project manager. On top of that, this minor is probably one of the only minor that require a summer full-time paid internship. And when we say summer, we mean your internship should be at least approximately 10 weeks. And how to get internship? We get that question a lot. We're not going to offer you or hand you an internship directly, but there are plenty of sources where you can find internship. First, have anyone had the habit of reading the student service newsletter? Great, you're smart people. We constantly put internship opportunities on the student service newsletter. So every Thursday, when you have time, scroll down to the end of the page. There are a lot of opportunity over there. Second, mark your calendar for next February. We're going to have our architecture career fair again. So there will be a lot of opportunity for internship within construction project management, even part-time or full-time job opportunities over there. So please go next February. And last but not least, when you are taking the construction project management minor class, some of the company will come to class to recruit or at least reach out directly. So making sure you actually go to the class. All right, to apply. To apply is pretty easy. Just, again, Google UMD CPM minor. Click to the page, then download the application form. You do not need to schedule advising before you declare. Simply fill in the form, then send the application form and your transcript and your resume to my email listed over there. You can declare it really anytime after you have 60 credits and when your GPA is above 3.0. Again, only thing is do not wait too long. Declare any minor a year before you graduate. All right.
Okay, so this one's going to be very, very fast. A lot of our students are interested in the sustainability minor. We do not offer the sustainability minor through the School of Architecture. It is actually run through AGNR. But here is the information. At least 9 credits are upper level electives. You have 15 credits of coursework. Students take PLCY 301. There's another name for it, but that's the course that everyone takes. And then there's 3 spreadsheets that tell you that you select from. There's a lot of overlap between sustainability and architecture and real estate. So if you wanted to take this minor, it's pretty easy to do with just 3 extra classes because you have those 2 overlaps. You need to submit your application 1 year in advance, and you would send it to the susminor@umd.edu. So that's it. Yeah.
Hey, Kristen, can you tell us what the acronym AGNR is so students know what school?
Agricultural and Natural Resources.
Thank you. And then PLCY is policy.
Policy.
Great. Thank you all so much. As you heard again and again, if you have questions, please do reach out to the various directors and administrators of these minors. They're happy to assist you and get you enrolled or answer any questions you have. And thank you again for taking time out of Architecture 401. We really do appreciate it. Take care, everyone.